and n. All coordinates at r belong to 0%. Okay? We can denote n dimensional space Rn. Không gian n ở chiều Rn. N dimensional space. We want to extend property of single variable function to function of several variable. Okay, I think we need to new concept, new definition related to absolute value. Is it here measured to the distance? Measured to the distance. Now, we can denote the distance between 2 points, M and it belongs to Rn. Okay, we can denote by the D and N, the distance. The distance between the M and we can denote this square root, the sum. Yi minus Xi squared.
Đạp xuống. Đá xong bớt rồi.
D, abbreviate for distance.
Rồi thầy rất sáng. Rồi lên đi, nói.
The distance here is 10 absolute value. The distance, if you consider the m at 1, when m at 1, does that mean you consider R1, 0%? The distance, you must do the absolute m minus 1, absolute value, m minus 1, absolute value. When you get into the several dimensional space, okay? I think you need to extend. We need to extend absolute value. Okay, here we get into the distance. We extend. To continue, we want to extend the reference relate to open interval. We have the reference relate to open ball. Open ball. The set B, M0 by epsilon. This contains the whole M belong to M dimensional space, Rn, such as the distance between the M0 and M, all the way less than by epsilon. The set B is called the open ball with the center M, M0, and radius by epsilon. Hình normal, tâm M ở không, bán kính, radius bán kính, epsilon. Now, we describe open ball in the 1, 2, 3 dimensional space. Now let's see. One dimensional space. What's open ball? Imagine the open interval. Again, open ball in the one-dimensional space. Open ball. When you get into the two-dimensional space, R2, we have Y space. What's open ball? M0 by epsilon. OM plane. Open ball is a two-dimensional space. Imagine to the circle. Circle center and angle with radius by epsilon. Imagine to the circle. The circle, open ball. Okay, open ball. In the three-dimensional space. What's open ball? Okay, imagine to the sphere. M0. Sphere, center of M0 with radius by epsilon. Sphere tức là hình cầu đấy. Sphere, center of M0 with radius by epsilon. Okay, we describe the open ball in three-dimensional space. Sphere, circle, interval. Okay, we can extend. The first incident to open interval. Okay, we can extend to the circle, extend to the sphere. Okay, now continue is by the definition open ball. Okay, imagine to the interior point and open neighborhood interior point điểm trong interior point điểm trong open neighborhood lân cận mở open neighborhood. Now let's set E it belongs to Rn. A point M is called interior point of E. If it exists, open ball, center of M, radius by epsilon. Okay, subset of E. Moreover, E is said to be open neighborhood of the point M. Interior point điểm trong open neighborhood lân cận mở. Now, let me describe the integral point. Open neighborhood in the one-dimensional space. Now, let's see. If we describe the integral point in the one-dimensional space, integral point, we have closed interval AB. We have closed interval AB. When it is to the interior point of interval AB, is that mean? We consider the set P, it is to the closed interval AB. Closed interval AB. C, the point C, interior point of closed interval AB. Is that mean? C is called integral point of this. It that means C is lie between AB and C is not AB. Okay? C is not AB. C is lie between AB. C is belong here. C is not AB. C is not standpoint. Okay? Here, C C. Interior point. Interior point. Okay, interior point. Open neighborhood. Open neighborhood. Now, we return to two-dimensional space. We return to open ball. Open ball here. If in the open ball, open neighborhoods at this point. Angela? Yes. Because always is the ball. Okay? It's 90 degrees. It's contained Angela. Neighborhood. Open neighborhood là lân cận mở. Một tập gọi là lân cận mở của một điểm. Nếu tồn tại một cái hình cầu, một cái open ball chứa nó mà nằm hoàn toàn trong tập thì gọi là lân cận mở không? Now that's it. This point here. And it belongs to open ball. If in open ball here, open neighborhood of this end. Yes. Okay. Yes. The open ball is contained end. Okay. It will be we can use this set open ball. It's contained end. It belongs to this set. Okay. Neighborhood. Open neighborhood. To continue, we have defined related to boundary point. Boundary point. A point A is called boundary point. Điểm biên, boundary point of the set E. If for all by epsilon for the G. The open ball center at N, radius by epsilon, contain the point in E as well as the point not in E. Now, let's see. Let's see the set E. It belongs to two-dimensional space. Okay, set E. You can see this point. This one, interior point. This point, boundary point. Okay, it belongs to boundary of this set. Okay, boundary. Boundary point. Does that mean the point belongs to boundary of this set? Một điểm gọi là điểm biên nếu nó nằm ở trên biên không? Ta hiểu trực quan thế thôi. Nhé, ok. Boundary point, interior point. To continue, we have defined open set and closed set. Closed set. A set E is called open if every point E is an integral point. Okay? And it is called closed if R and set minus E is open. Open. Now, for example, you can see the open ball here, open set. Yes, open set. Why? You can see for on and it belongs to open set. We always exist the open ball. Okay, it's contained N. Okay, the subset of this. So the on end it belongs to open ball. Okay, integral point. This means the open ball, open set. Okay, open set. The remainder is that means the R2 minus remainder here, close. Yeah, close. In other words, the set is a code close. In the set, it contains the boundary. It contains the boundary. Ở đây định nghĩa tập mở thì tất cả các điểm đây đều chứa một hình cầu nằm ở trong đó là tập mở trước. Phần mù của nó thì gọi là tập đóng. Vậy ở đây có thể hiểu tập đóng là gì? Tập đóng là chứa tất cả điểm trong này và chứa cả biên nữa. Được chưa nhỉ? Chứa cả những điểm bên trong và cả điểm trên biên thì phần này gọi là tập đóng. Okay? Closed sense is that mean? Is that mean the sense is contains all internal point and boundary point. Okay? Tập đóng là tập chứa tất cả các điểm trong và điểm trên biên. Được chưa nhỉ? Closed sense is contained all internal point and boundary point. Closed sense. Okay, for example, you can see global, B and by epsilon. Okay, here we have a sign less than or equal. Does that mean global is contain boundary? Okay, contain boundary sets. So global, closed sense. Okay, we can rule as open goal, open set. Các khái niệm hình cầu mở, hình cầu đóng, tất cả cái niệm này mở rộng khái niệm khoảng mở điểm cộng trong một chiều. Từ như vậy đây là sự mở rộng để tạo xây dựng các chất và biểu hiện. Okay, now we continue. To continue, we listen to the bounded set. Now let's see. A set E is a co-bounded if it is the n such as the set E it belongs to open ball, origin, and radius n. Bounded if that means exit open ball is contained the set E. To continue, to conject the definition related to limit of several functions, imagine to the sequence point is set to convert to M0. A sequence point Mn it belongs to n dimension space. It is set to convert to M0 if and only when n tend to infinity, we have Mn tend to M0. This has been the distance between the M0 and MM, 10 to 0. 10 to, converse to. Okay? Now, continue, we have the definition of function. Even to do the definition of several functions. Let's see the definition. Let's see the definition. We have set D. It belongs to n dimensional space. Rn. A mapping. F from the D to R. That is a rule that assigns to each point, and it belongs to D to the unique value Q, Fn, unique value. In that case, a mapping is called a function of n variable defined on D. Mapping satisfies unique value is called a function of n variable. Now, let me illustrate for function. We can illustrate the function in the two-dimensional way. We have a set D. Listen to the variable set. We have mapping, mapping the point M. It belongs to set D to this point. This value MM. It belongs to variable set, a mapping. If the M has the only one value MM, this means the MM unit. If FM unit, okay, in that case, a mapping is called a function. A mapping is called a function. Unit, a mapping. Okay, let me give example. Because it is a mapping from the R2 to R1. The mapping satisfies the equation. If the M have coordinates F1. What is Fm? We have the Fm is equal to x squared plus the y squared. Now, you want to check a mapping, the function or not? You can see when you fix F1, the value here only one, the value here unique. Okay, so the mapping satisfies the equation here in function. Okay, the function. The function, because it's the point that belongs to ring two-dimensional square R2. Okay, the value Fm unique. So the mapping here, the function of two variable. Okay, to continue, we have some convention related to the domain range of function, graph of function. The similar to that person related to simple variable function. Now, when we get into the several variable function, a mapping F from the D to R, a mapping from the D to R. It does mean a mapping where we find for all point belong to D. Okay? You can ignore that. You can compare symbol that. So in that case, the set D is equal to the domain of function F. D is equal to the domain of function F. Variable F1, F2, etc. Fn is a called independent variable. F with the block. Independent variable. Now, to continue, if we don't know the set D, we don't know the function F from the 1 to 1, okay? In that case, if you don't know the domain, if you don't know the domain of the function, that means the D not given. In that case, we convey the domain D of function is consists the old point N is the way the function will be defined. Does that mean we can denote the df domain of function F, the set of all N belong to Rn is the way the function F will be defined. Okay, will be defined. Trong trường hợp mà cái hàm F người ta không cho trước cái miền D, thì ta hiểu miền xác định của nó là tập tất cả các điểm mà F có nghĩa. Được chưa nhỉ? Có nhiều trường hợp là miền D cho trước, còn trường hợp như lúc cũng xảy ra là miền D không cho trước, thì miền D xác định của nó sẽ hiểu tập tất cả các điểm mà F có nghĩa. Còn không hiểu phụ thuộc miền D, chúng ta có thể chỉ ra được cái miền xác định. Okay, now continue even into the range. The range of function. The range of function is contains the old value of function when m vary in the domain. We can denote the range of function by Rm. Sometimes the range is called the codomain. The range miền giá trị của hàm số. The range Okay, now similar to single variable function, we have the definition related to graph. Graph function f is contained all point have the coordinates f belongs to domain. Okay, we define the graph function. To continue, I give you an example. Find the domain and range of following functions. Z, the function of two variables, is equal to square root 1 minus x squared minus the y squared. In the example, the domain is not even. So if you want to find the domain, you find the whole point is what the function where we find. Now, find the domain of the function. Okay, now explain on the formula of function z. Z equals square root 1 minus x squared minus y squared. Now, this point is what the function here verified. I think the point is what the function z verified. Okay, is that means the point m and y certified. 1 minus x squared minus y squared, non-negative. Non-negative is that means x squared plus y squared less than or equal 1. Okay? Equal 1. Okay? Is that mean if we need to find the domain of the function? But when we consider the function 1, 2, 3 variable, sometimes require we need to extract the domain in. We need to draw. We need to draw the domain. Does that mean in that case we need to extract the domain in overwide plane? We need to draw. We need to draw the domain. Sometimes the example require you extract the domain in overwide plane. Okay, so we need to draw that. Okay? Now, if you want to extract the domain here, you think what the shape of this domain? Circle. Okay? I think you can see in that case, the domain, circle center origin with radius 1. Okay? Okay, we can express the domain in overwide plane. Okay, you can see the circle, the center at origin with radius 1. Okay. Okay, I think you can write down. You can write down the source.
công thức tính của hàm số của đường tròn nhỉ? Tự dưng căn 4 hay sao ấy.
Okay, we have the domain in F where we press in our point plane. You can draw the domain. You can represent it in our point plane. Okay. Now continue. We want to find the rate of the function. Okay. Now based on the formula of the function, when this point and y it belongs to domain, what happened? What happened to z? You can see if the x y it belongs to domain, the function z all the way not negative. Okay, all the way not negative. Does that mean the value function z all the way greater or equal to 0? Okay? To continue, we need to evaluate to see when x, y belong to domain. Very easy. Z all the way less than or equal 1. Okay? Less than or equal 1. Okay? For instance, we can imply the rate of the function 0, 1. Okay? 0, 1. I think we need to express y, the rate closely towards 0, 1. If you do is more detail. Okay? You can evaluate more detail. Ở đây mình làm tắt thôi nhé. Hoặc là làm chi tiết hơn một chút more detail. Tức là bạn là nhận xét là lớn hoặc không, nhỏ một đấy. Thì cái gì? Nhận xét một chút. Now, to continue, we want to extend definition of single variable function to several variable functions. Okay? For simplicity, we consider the two-dimensional square. Now, for easier visualization, we consider the following concept for function of two variables. The concept similar to described for say higher dimension. The same. Two-dimensional square. In this part, we extract the limit of function, a particular function, etc. we need to